Well, hello and welcome to the WaltInPA YouTube channel. My name is Walt. We're riding through Berks County, Pennsylvania on Skyline Drive. We're on our way to see the Reading Pagoda. I'm sure you've seen this before. If you follow my channel, you probably also follow the Moto John, who was here a little while back, as well as Moto Mengi, who was here a little while before then. So if we're in the same circles, you follow some of the same people that I follow, you've probably seen this twice already. But I felt like doing something a little bit different that wasn't a covered bridge today. So I took a ride out to Reading, and we're going to check out the pagoda. And I'm going to give you a little bit of history as I know it, which is, I'm sure, different than history you've heard before because, well, I know a handful of people that lived in Reading for a long time, and one of the things about this place is people love to take a story and twist it a little bit and modify it a little bit. So I have no idea what's true, what isn't, because what I've heard never lines up with Wikipedia or any of the historical data on the site. So take the story with a grain of salt. We'll be seeing the Reading Pagoda here in just a minute. Hopefully I don't get wet because it's looking awfully cloudy up here. Here's the pagoda here. Oh, right behind all these trees. Fancy reveal. Holy crap, it's busy up here. That must be a car club meeting or something going on. Obviously, we picked the wrong day to visit the pagoda.
Hello, this is Saddlebag73 in sunny Cornwall in the UK, and you're watching WaltInPA. Enjoy the ride.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, clearly I picked the wrong day to come up here and check out the pagoda and the overlooks. Not sure what's going on over there. They got people with binoculars. I don't know if they're looking for hawks or what, but it's getting breezy. Raindrops are falling on me. It's not looking too good. It's dark over here, kind of bright over that way. I think that's the way we're gonna go. So the stories about the Reading Pagoda are kind of interesting. So they start off with this guy who had a quarry, and he was just kind of ripping up the mountainside here in Mount Penn that overlooks Reading. Well, the people of Reading hated this, that he was kind of like tearing down trees and ripping up the mountainside, and they started giving him grief for it. So in a way to sort of kill two birds with one stone, because rumor has it he was kind of a shady businessman to begin with, he thought he could appease the people by putting something pretty on top of the mountain, and he could make a buck by building a resort. So that's what he started to do. The Reading Pagoda was supposed to be the centerpiece of a rather large resort covering Mount Penn and sort of covering up all the scarring that he did to the mountainside over the years. Now, I don't remember if it was supposed to be a completely Japanese style resort or if it had influences from other cultures. But the pagoda is clearly Japanese, and it's got, well, a pretty big history here in the area. So he decides to build this resort, and it's dedicated to his wife, I believe. And something happened where he ran out of money, or he hit some tax troubles. But he wasn't able to finish. That's why there's only the one pagoda on top of the hill, or on top of the mountain. And he wound up giving it to the city of Reading. Now, the giving it to the city of Reading part is where I'm a little unclear. I heard that it was a tax issue, and it was kind of an appeasement for not being able to pay his taxes. I heard that he was a really nice guy despite the stories, and he was just being nice and giving something to the city to be preserved. And And I also heard that he sold it for $1 to the city or something along those lines. I'm not sure if the city actually owns it, or if it's just it's owned by a company that's kind of overseen by the city. I'm not really sure how it works out in terms of who owns it and all that. But there's some interesting stories about the resort not being finished, because, again, circling back to the part where people believed he was a shady businessman, there's reports or there's stories of people were afraid it was going to become a House of Ill repute in the sky with a tremendous view overlooking the city of Reading. So he got a lot of pushback from the community, from what I understand. So I don't know if that is part of the issue with why more of it wasn't built, or if it had more to do with the money thing. So whatever the reason, the pagoda was never finished, and now it's become kind of a landmark. And it's kind of an odd one, to be completely honest with you. So anytime someone new comes to the area, if they're traveling down 422, which is the main travel corridor, if it's in the evening, there's this glowing red pagoda sitting on top of the mountain. It's hard to miss. They cover it in neon. It stands out. You can't miss it. Even during the daytime, if you look up, there's this red pagoda. It's not lit up in neon during the day, obviously, but it's not hard to miss. Or, not hard to miss. It is hard to miss. It's pretty apparent. So it always turns into this discussion topic, sort of, with people that aren't in the area, like, oh, what's that big red Japanese thing on the hill? Because it's out of place, it's unusual, but it is kind of cool. So if you're ever in the Reading area and you want to see a little bit of history, definitely check out the pagoda. Now, I wouldn't say it's important that you check it out during business hours, because you can get inside of it. There's like a little gift shop, coffee shop thing downstairs, and then each tier has some other stuff on it. So way on the top is this big room, is a room with, you know, window with views all the way around. It's kind of cool. It gets you up even higher, and you can see, and you get a good view of the city itself down below. So it's pretty cool. So getting inside the pagoda, it's okay. But if you get up there and it's not open, you're not really missing a whole lot. Really, the best part is walking around it and seeing the view down into the city of Reading down below. There is some, I'm going to say, the pagoda does have some pop culture to it. It was featured in the movie The Last Airbender. M. Night Shyamalan is, I want to say he's a Philadelphia native. He's from the Philadelphia area. So there's a lot of tie-ins to Philadelphia with his movies, and the pagodas is one of those tie-ins. Well, I think that's going to do it. Kind of an uneventful look at the the Reading Pagoda as I briefly went past it. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please click the subscribe button down below. If you really enjoyed it, click on that bell notification. That'll let you know whenever new content is released to my channel.
Because I heard him first. I said, hold on. I said, hold up. Wait a minute.
Well, that's the Reading Pagoda. It great view up here. Actually, kind of glad I came today and I wasn't able to get here yesterday. It was kind of gloomy and cloudy, but now today you can see pretty far out. It's a great view. It's a shame it's so dirty. So let's get back on the bike and head home.